Hello everyone, Saida here. Welcome to the Galactic Healing Circle Archangel Metatron, the Ascension Angel. So I want to firstly thank everyone that signed up for this circle. I know that my presence has been scarce for a while. And again, it's because there's been so much that's been going on. I feel like every time, I do a circle, that's always what I have to say. There's always something going on a spiritual level, and then which manifests in a physical way. Now, just an update, because I haven't filmed a video about this yet, but I feel like if I have time tonight, I want to go live and share this with everyone. But I've also stopped doing in-person readings, okay, as well as online readings. Whether it's going to be permanent, temporary, I don't know. I'm feeling more so permanent, but I'm just following spirit. Everything that I do is in accordance with what spirit asks me to do. And when I say ask, basically what I mean is just what I feel that I need to do, okay? Whatever changes that I need to make. And that's because sometimes spirit has something more for us to do, even if we don't see it yet, okay? So first thing I want to do is go through the names of everyone who signed up. Thank you so much for everyone who signed up. So we have Tamika, Shayna, Kristen, Catherine, Monica, Bibiana with a B, Janelle, Jasmine, Viviana with a V as in Valentine's, Swati, Cheryl, Tiara, Carolyn, Letitia, Crystal, Stephanie, and Wendy. So thank you so much everyone who signed up. Now, if there's anyone that's new, I think we might have one or two new people. I'm not exactly sure. But I wanted to briefly go through how the circle works. Every month there's a different focus, okay, for each circle. And this month it's Archangel Metatron. So first I'll go over an introduction to his energy, what he represents, what we can expect from him for this circle. Sometimes there's also a channeled message that comes through from Archangel Metatron. We'll see what happens. I like to make these circles as in the flow as possible, so I don't like to control them. Not anymore anyway. Maybe in the past when I didn't really trust the process, I would. But I start with that. I guide a meditation to connect with whatever we're focusing on for the month. Then I do a healing session or a light language session, depending on what the energy is. And then I finally pull a card for each person, okay? And now, like I said in the Instagram story that I posted, Archangel Metatron has been present with me for a few hours now. So typically I like to call in the energies just before the circle to get things started, but no. As soon as I started to send out the confirmation emails to you guys, he was present. So he's been present since like 2 o'clock, okay, my time, okay? And as he presented himself, he was giving some insights which were interesting. Now, before I get to that, as you guys know, I live in Brooklyn. There's always some kind of noise or something going on, and quite frankly, it's aggravating me a little bit. So I'm asking Metatron to kind of keep me in alignment for this circle so everything can be as clear as possible. And I also think as he made his presence known, he started to clear my energy, because everything that's been going on, it's been very much a burden. It's really taking a toll on me, physically, emotionally. It's been a lot. So I've been trying to keep myself clear and centered. So where was I? Let's see, talking about Archangel Metatron. So he's been around since about 2 o'clock, and he's been working with me and giving me some insights. So the first thing that I was doing was tuning into the energy of the Metatron's cube, okay? And if you guys don't know what that is, I would take a second to look it up. I actually have a crystal grid cloth with the Metatron's cube on it, which I could show you in a second. I should have taken it out before this started. But Archangel Metatron, his Metatron's cube is a sacred geometry symbol. And it's composed of pretty much every platonic solid, which is pretty much a very simple molecular structure which makes up the universe. Kind of like how you have a triangle and you have a circle, but it's more three-dimensional. Okay, so Metatron's cube, I was tuning into that with Archangel Metatron, and I was asking him about it. because I wanted to do a little bit more research on it, but I like to tune into things intuitively and then look it up to see if, and there's a ringing in my ear, so we're tuning into some higher frequencies. I like to see afterwards, through doing research, if what I tuned into was in alignment, okay? And one of the things that I felt was that Metatron's cube is a symbolism of different parts of the whole working together in harmony, okay? So that's what I sensed, and that this energy clears and it lightens. So when I say that, it helps to clear any negative energies, it helps to uplift your vibration, and it increases your creative potential. Now, when I say creative potential, I am speaking of not just your ability to do art, I'm talking about your ability to create your reality. Okay, so your ability to manifest in the physical realm is what I mean. And I felt when I was tuning into Metatron's cube that I was becoming lighter and lighter. Kind of like I felt some tingles in my body, which for me felt like I was tuning into the energy of spirit more readily. Okay? Spirit from matter and matter from spirit, so vice versa. So it definitely does help with anchoring that which is spiritual into the physical realm, okay? It helps to heal the mind. Metatron's cube helps to open the mind. It helps to open up your perspective so you can see beyond where you are. And it can get kind of detailed and complex, he told me, but I don't think we're going to go into that today. It's going to take too long. But what he was showing me is that the Metatron's cube helps you to have different access points to different, how can you say, facets of who you are in different points of space and time. So he kind of showed me someone who's kind of stretched out. So this person being you, but different aspects of who you are in different points of space, different points of time, maybe not even necessarily in that you know about. It's just different possibilities that are possible for you. And let's see. He told me that it can get as simple or as complex as you want. Overall, it's healing. So it doesn't matter how simply you use it. You could visualize it, you can meditate on it, or you can get as detailed as what does every little single point mean. Doesn't really matter. It'll still be healing. Okay? And one of the things that he told me was that working with him for this month of June will help set the tone for manifestation and alignment going into the next chapter of our lives, okay? So it will be very good at helping us to clear out anything that is keeping us from moving on to the next stage. And what he's showing me too is that at this point, it's going to be required of you to embrace the unknown. So you may not necessarily know what's coming, okay? But I feel like this healing circle, in whatever way, will help with adjustment, okay? Adjustment to this new energy that seems to be coming through for us. And we need to stay in the flow of it. He does make me feel that there is a sense of vulnerability. Okay, so you may feel as though you're kind of like in the middle. You're kind of like stuck in the middle between the worlds right now. And I heard you may feel scared. Okay, I just heard you may feel scared, but I feel like this is your chance to trust in where you are, to trust in where you are going, even if you don't know where that is. Okay. So whatever noise was outside stopped. So I want to see if I could tune in a little bit more clearly to Archangel Metatron's energy. Okay, so I'm tuning into his energy a little bit more. I want to speak about him a little bit because he gave me some information before starting this circle. Okay. One of the things, I feel like he's saying just go ahead. I feel like the connection that I had with him before the circle started was a little bit different than how I feel right now. But he said just go ahead, just go and then I'll help you along. So what Archangel Metatron was telling me earlier Actually, no, I'll start with what he represents, and then that'll be a good segue into what he was saying. So, the story behind Archangel Metatron, okay, is that based on the text of Judaism, which obviously he's not mentioned in the Bible, in the Old Testament, but it's like in Kabbalistic texts and other texts that I can't remember the name of. But Archangel Metatron is seen as an angel that was once human. Okay, so this is the story behind Metatron, is that Archangel Metatron is said to have walked the earth at some point as a human being, okay? And this would have been the prophet Enoch. But Enoch was so holy and so much in God's good graces that God took him up into heaven, okay? And then when he was taken up into heaven, he was transformed into the angel Metatron, okay? So, Archangel Metatron represents or presides over the energy of that which is of the spirit realm. So sacred geometry, spiritual understanding. He presides over the Akashic Records, which the Akashic Records is pretty much an energetic library where any thought that's ever been thought, anything that's ever happened or taken place in this realm, other realms, this planet, other planets, is held in the Akashic Records, okay? And it's obviously not physical, it's energetic and in the realms of spirit. Okay, so he makes note of anything that's ever happened, okay? He also presides over those children who are gifted, people that have been diagnosed with ADHD and autism, who are really children that are tuned into the higher realms. It's just that at times when these children are tuned into the higher realms, they have a hard time adjusting to earth life because the energy sometimes is so great that it can be hard to be attuned to those higher realms as well as this one. Okay, so my fiance is a really good example. He has ADHD, and it can be very hard for him to ground himself into this physical realm because he's here, there. I mean, it can be a lot for these children, these people. Okay, so Archangel Metatron also is considered to be, I consider Archangel Metatron to be a very good angel for the ascension process, for those that are on the road to ascension, because he helps us to have a greater understanding of the spirit realm and helps us to anchor whatever light that we are bringing, how can I say this, that we are bringing into this physical realm. He helps us to anchor it in, and he helps us on our spiritual path to spiritually progress, to bring more light into our being. I don't want to say bring because I feel like it's already there. It's just having more access to it, okay, which is really what it's about. I feel like I'm not totally grounded, so I have to like center myself a bit more. As you can see, this is not live, but it's very real, and I'm not going to edit this, so. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So, one of the things that Archangel Metatron shared with me earlier is that sometimes spiritual concepts are very hard for us humans to grasp. Okay. And one of the main ways that we're able to grasp or to begin to understand a lot of these spiritual concepts is through stories. Okay. He told me that humans have a tendency to make up stories, and he wasn't saying it in a way that was judgmental or that it's wrong. It's just that sometimes in order for us as human beings to grasp these things, we need a story. We need something tangible that makes sense to us. So when it comes to the energy of Archangel Metatron and the story of Enoch and how Enoch became Metatron, what he gave me the impression of, and you can believe whatever you want, you know, trust your intuition and trust what you feel, but this is my personal experience with Metatron because he's been working with me for a while. And one of the things that he told me was that that's pretty much a story, okay? Archangel Metatron has existed even beyond and before Enoch ever incarnated on this planet, okay? If he did, okay? So the concept of Metatron is beyond a physical being, okay? And I'm trying to understand what he's telling me here because it's an interesting concept. But I don't want this to get confusing. Because he's showing me that, let's say Enoch was, a physical being and he was real and he did transform into Metatron. We can't limit Metatron's existence based on the existence of Enoch, okay? Because once a being is an archangel, they're beyond space and time, okay? So, especially, that's actually one of the things that Archangel Metatron presides over, is time, being able to bend time, okay? So that's one of his, what he's aligned with, what he helps with, okay? The other thing that he helps with, I want to say, too, is, I'm a little bit scattered, I'm sorry, because he came in earlier and I feel like I've been kind of like up here for a bit. One of the things that Archangel Metatron helps with is helping us to get organized and prioritizing our time. So, and if you've worked with Doreen Virtue's decks, you'll know that that's one of the things that he helps with. So he helps us to get clear on our intentions and then taking action accordingly. Okay, so we can have an idea of what we'd like to start with first, and then what's next on that list. So creating strategies, I feel like he can help us with. So, so 16 minutes. I'm just keeping track of the time. I want to see if Archangel Metatron has anything else that he wants to share. Not for now. I feel like maybe after the meditation might be easier, because then it'll help to ground us. Now, with this meditation, I have no idea where it's going to go. Okay, so we're just going to play it by ear, and I'll see where Spirit wants to take us, what they want us to work with during this meditation. So I want everyone to get comfortable, find a comfortable place to sit or to lie down. I want you to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths in and out. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. One more deep breath in. And out. Last deep breath in. And out. Now, I want you to pay attention to the sound of my voice. And allow yourself to be present in this moment, paying attention to everything that is happening around you, just for a moment. Pay attention to any noises that may be going on around you. You could be hearing the birds, maybe people laughing or enjoying themselves outside. You may be hearing cars passing by. Whatever may be happening around you in your space, bring your attention to it, to orient yourself to this time, to this space, to where you are. In this time-space reality. Now set the intention to move into the energy of your legs and your feet to help ground yourself, to ground your energy. And just imagine that your lower body is connecting to the solidity, the stability of the earth. You can see this as roots coming from your lower body. Or you can see this just as like an energy cord moving from your lower body into the earth. But allow yourself to ground and really feel that strong connection to the earth below you. And be present. And relax. Continue breathing through the process. And allow yourself to just be. And now set the intention to move into the crown of your head, a few inches above the top of your head. And visualize the image of a Merkaba spinning, spinning, spinning around your crown. And see the Merkaba turning into a ball of white light. And see this light entering your crown, and moving down into your head, moving into your body to cleanse and purify your body, your mind, your spirit. See the energy moving down your face, your throat, your shoulders and your arms and hands, moving down into your heart space. See the energy expand through your heart space. May the energy move down. See it moving through your back, down into your stomach area, the solar plexus. Moving down, down into your sacral area and into the root chakra, down into your legs and your feet. And see the energy clearing and purifying your entire being. And may this light radiate out a few inches outside of your physical body. May you be cleansed and clear. And now, visualize in front of you a portal of light. Spinning vibrantly. The energy of this portal is larger than you. See yourself moving through this portal and the portal engulfing you. And as you move through this portal, on the other side, you notice that the energy is more open. The energy is more light, more clear. And you're being guided to sit in the energy of this space. Around you, the energy and what this space appears to be is somewhere in outer space. So the color is a little bit of a darker blue, indigo color. And around you, you notice geometrical shapes. And suddenly you feel a pulling to keep going forward. And you're taken forward. This pull is that of the Archangel Metatron, as he pulls you to come forward into his realm. And he asks you to see all that is present here, all that makes up that which is the universe. Pay attention to what is shown to you. And Archangel Metatron shows you all that you are made of, and how it is no different than that which makes up the universe. And he says that to bring into your reality that which you desire, tune into this fabric of the universe that makes up all that is in existence, all of creation. When you tune into that which makes up the all, the everything, you can bring into your existence what you desire. And he shows you that you blend into the universe, that when in the realm of spirit, there is no difference. You are spirit. He shows me the energy of the throat chakra. And he gives me the impression that tuning into the throat chakra would be helpful for you tuning into the energy of vibration. So whether that be singing or listening to vibrations, listening to sound, will be helpful for you tuning into the energy of vibration, to tune into the energy of your truth and the truth of all that is. And then he shows me how the throat is connected to the ears, and that which we listen to, the vibrations which we absorb, are very important, and that they make up our life. That which we absorb, whether through our ears or whatever vibrations we are connecting to, determines our life. So be mindful of the vibrations that you allow yourself to receive into your life. And Archangel Metatron gives you his blessing. And the energy, the vibration of the number 4 is being infused into this session, into this meditation. Seems to be an important number for Metatron this month, and for you this month, to help you tune into the foundation that creates your life. So you can restart anew, plant new seeds, or continue building. And now it is time to return. See yourself moving back through the portal. And on the count of 1, your spirit will be returned to your body. 3, 2, 1. Now, I just want you guys to be present for a moment. Take a second to really get acclimated to the present moment. And I'm going to start the next video because this looks like it might run out in a second, and then I'll give you some information. So I'll be with you in a moment.